more you stay consistent, the more you grow in front of everybody. So to me, consistency is everything. The thing about being consistent is it gives you time to work on yourself. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you're training, when you're a boxer. Like, you know, you gotta be consistent with your jabs, with your throws and shit. Like, you gotta, stay consistent. I love expressing myself, so I started expressing myself through drawings. I'm still good at it, but I didn't like put enough hours as much as I put in music. So it started with the feeling of wanting to express myself. And when they introduced me to rap, I felt like this was the way for me to say what I felt. But when I first got introduced to rap, it was the type of rap that I was listening to at the time. The expression were like, they were a little bit violent and shocking. So it helped me understand how to maneuver myself with words a little better. So it's like I believe that the moment I listened to rap, I felt like I should do that. This is how I need to express myself. So I put the drawing down, I used to dance too, because dance is a form of expression. But I felt like verbalizing these emotions through poetry, rhyming is so beautiful. And I connected with that, And I remember my uncle used to let me listen to Wu-Tang, and Method Man was one of my favorites. I never focus on the bad things that happened to me. I learn from them and I move on. I feel like the best is always ahead of you. So I try my best to transform every negative aspect of my life into something positive. Because at the end of the day, if you with a mentality like that, you'll always strive to become one of the greatest. So that's what I strive to be. And yeah, man, like I don't really, it hasn't been easy, but I don't focus on that. Like even now, certain stuff that I'm doing, like, there's certain stuff that I'm focused on that I need, but there's little bumps on the road, but it doesn't really matter. I keep pushing. I stay consistent. I had like a lot of bad moments, but the thing about me is when shit like that happen, I take my time, I cancel it out. Like on the spot, it hurts. You know what I mean? Like, let's say a family member thinks like, man, this man ain't about shit, or whatever it is. I just cancel it out and focus on trying to come up with the next thing. Because that's how I cope with it. Like, you gotta have your own mechanism. It's not that I ignore it. Like, I take it for what it is. Like, I transform that energy. I use it as fuel. January 12th, Haiti. I was inside of Magic 9. The building collapsed. I have one dead body on my left. Like, I'm traumatized as fuck. I found a way, slipped through the cracks, got out. Dust myself off, went home. 5 days later, came back. I searched for my iPod because I had my album on it. I don't know why I'm like that, but it's like I block anything that's negative that's gonna block me from growing. It's just the way I am. I don't know why I'm like that. I don't know what made me like that. I don't give the negative space in my mind, because here's one thing. Let's say you see this right here. If I hold this like that, let's say for a couple of seconds, it's light, right? It's light. I could extend my arm and hold it. But the more time I spend holding it, it could become heavier. If I spend like 5 hours holding my hand with this little piece of metal is gonna weigh like a ton. Reason why? It's because I spend a lot of time with it, holding it like that. So that's the same shit I do with my mind. I don't be holding these negative things. I take them for what they are. Like a piece of metal, I use it to my advantage, and then I move on, because there's too much. I have way more, like I have a lot of better memories than bad ones, because I try to channel everything that's negative out. I keep that shit out the door. Like that's how I am. A lot of things that happen to me are great, because they forge me to become this person that I am today. So they're really not negative, you know. So it's like anything, man. Like, okay, here's one thing I think I remember. Like, this is when I first started. I went to shoot a video. So I went to the guy. I didn't have money at the time in Haiti. The market is different. So like I asked him like, hey, would you shoot this and that for me? And I was with my best friend at the time, still my best friend. And I told him, yo, let's go ask this dude. And I asked him, and he said, bro, like, you know, you ain't shit to me. So, and that's when I changed. So when he said that, I was like, damn, man, that's hurtful to say. You know what I mean? But guess what? I didn't. A couple of days later, man, I went back, made more music. And then I think 2 or 3 years later, he contacted me like, yo, I'm doing this and I need your favor. I need a favor from you, man. You're the best person that I need. I ended up helping him anyways, but I didn't think, I remember what he did, but it's not important because like I stayed consistent. All the water in the world will not sink a ship unless it gets inside of it. Success is always going to change you. However, when you keep a very bright circle, you're always going to humble yourself. So I feel like the best way to adapt with success is like, don't let success carry you to other places that how can I say, that will alter what the core, the essence of what you are. You know what I mean? So keep your circle. Your circle will always show you the way, you know? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm a million man, but I have my best friend telling me, man, yo, bro, you're just one regular dude from this place, and keep it focused. Like, stay focused on what you came to do. You just need that one person that's going to tell you, bro, you're only human. Focus on what you got to do. Success changed me a little bit. Like, not a little bit. Success changed me a lot, but I'm also humble to the change because I have my friends. I have real people around me, you know, living with me, telling me, yo, you know what I mean? Like, it's all love. Like, remember this, remember that. Don't forget this. Don't forget that. If you don't have these people around you, you're going to become like a monster, I believe. You know, it's going to get to your head. Hair's going to be big and shit. Like, nah, I'm not like that. I love my friends and I trust them with everything that I have because no matter how big I get, they're still going to love me for who I really am. And that's what you need. Love, man. I feel like supporting your career with a job is right. Like, if that's what you got to do for now, do it. But at the same time, always take a step back to look at the market that you're in. You know, reinvent yourself. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to. I've reinvented myself countless times. Change a few shit around, move it around, like, do other stuff, and you're gonna find your way. Because the thing is, a lot of people, the reason why they're not growing is because they're afraid to change what they think they know. If you believe that you know, knowledge can somewhat become absolute, but if you change your mindset about what you think you know, you're gonna allow yourself to grow. One thing about my journey that makes it amazing is the fact that no matter what people say or think, Steve has always been consistent. Whether you like it or not, I'm always gonna keep pushing. I feel like my whole journey is about being consistent. It's about never stopping. I always think outside the box. I always, you know, try to do something that I haven't done. I seek for advice. I do, like everybody else, but I still do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And I take the advice that's going to help me do it better. I don't take the advice that's going to tell me to stop. Like, if I want to do it, your advice is, man, you should stop. I'm not going to take that But if I'm seeking for advice and like, why don't you do it that way when you're doing it? I'm like, oh yeah, you know, you just helped me polish a little bit of what I'm doing, so I'm gonna do it. What's up? My name is Steve J Bryan. I'm a rapper, songwriter, engineer part-time. And this is my story. These are my thoughts. I hope it inspires you, and I hope you grow and stay consistent and true to who you are.